Now I'm just going to give you an overview of recording an entire PowerPoint or even going slide by slide using your voice and recording live annotations. So I'm actually just in normal PowerPoint. You'll see normal stuff across the top, and I'm actually going to hit slideshow, and I'm going to click this one here, record slideshow. So you can start from the beginning of your slideshow, or you can just do it slide by slide. So I'm actually going to go through and just deliver this tiny example lesson as I would possibly preparing for kids for a video. So I'm going to hit record slideshow from the beginning. Be mindful, some of these devices don't give you a countdown, so sometimes I'll go 3, 2, 1. This time I've actually just learned you just press start recording, and instantly up here it is recording me. So this would be at the point where I'm talking, saying what I would say in a lesson for students. So I'm recording over this slide right now. Kids can watch this. To hit the next slide, I'm just going to keep it going. Just going to hit that next slide. Excellent. So I might just start with a what, why, how. You'd give your details there. Let me keep it rolling. What's our topic for today? So this is my example lesson. So I'm just going to hit next, and here's the topic of my example lesson. What's cool is down here, you'll see a few options. It might look different on your computer, but here I've got my laser pointer. So as I explain things to students, I could be laser pointing here. We're talking about symbolism and Juliet's dagger in this fake little lesson. Awesome. So I can use my laser pointer. Or if I want to annotate, I would select pen. I'm going to change it to a blue so it kind of stands out. I might be talking about the dagger here. This will record in real time, so it's correlating with what you're saying. So Juliet, of course, refers to herself as a sheath in which the blade will rust, as opposed to Romeo here, who of course chooses a more sort of delicate way of dying, blah, blah, blah. So you can annotate as you go. And my pretend discussion, I've pre-planned this earlier using animations. So you can time animations to come up at the moment you're going to talk about them. So let's have a go of that. See if it works. So Juliet's method of taking her own life is much more masculine. Cool, that worked. It's certainly reflective of her preoccupation with death. So I've timed that little image to come up. And one might argue that it's sort of kind of a little feminist message that Shakespeare's put in there. You could, of course, read it that way, that she's taken back the power in a patriarchal society in which she has very limited choices. Cool. So that worked well. I've got my animations were timed to come up when I spoke about those particular things. I'm going to keep going, just clicking my next slide. A different example of kind of the stuff I showed before using review and inking. This one, of course, though, is cool because I'm going to use my highlighter, and of course I might be recording my voice as I annotate at the same time. So essentially kids can watch you and listen to you annotate. The highlighter options are pretty cool, actually. The highlighters in all different colors, and that will go over the text. This is a screenshot, but this would work as well just with any old text. So perhaps you've got something going on that looks a little bit like this. Depending on your style, you might put arrows out here, and you might have pre-planned things that pop up, as I did in my last slide. So they're just timed with the audio.